Alright, so I'm gonna make this quick because I have to return my camera at 4 o'clock and I have an appointment at 3:30 and yeah, so life. Hi, I'm Zeke again. Yeah, this week is back to school week, so this is my first week of classes and it's been a little bit hectic trying to balance class and therapy and filming and all of that. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit rushed right now. I'm going to cover 4 main topic areas: dorm life, classes, making friends, and clubs. So let's start with dorm life. When you go to college, you are most likely going to be living in a dorm, which means you are living in a room, typically with a roommate, not always. On a floor with a bunch of other people. I go to Catholic school, so the dorm that I live in has, or actually all of the dorms are either single gender or split gender by wing. Yeah. So basically, one of the most important things that you need to do when you move into a dorm is contact your roommate, your RA or CA, depending on what school you go to, your dorm director, and any sort of front desk staff or any of that you might have, and let them know, hey, this is my name, these are my pronouns. You might be able to talk to the university and end up in the dorm that associates with your gender identity, but not necessarily, because Catholic University, and they probably won't respect my gender until I have my gender marker changed, so that's fun. Yeah, anywho. So, yeah, basically notify everyone. Number 1 priority is your safety. This is home. This is what you need is to be safe when you're here. So, as much as it's yes, if you're a dude, you should be living in a men's dorm, there is a way where safety comes into play. If you're comfortable and you would feel comfortable living in a men's dorm as a trans man, then by all means you do that. That's you. You do it. But for me personally, I would not feel safe in a dorm surrounded by a bunch of cis men, partially because I don't pass all the time, which passing is kind of a problematic concept, but it's a lived reality, so I will use that word from time to time. So basically just choose wherever you feel safe and comfortable. It doesn't matter beyond that. So that's basically dorm life. And then classes. Email your professors. Email them and say, hey, this is my name, these are my pronouns, this is what I prefer to go by, please respect that and do as I ask. If they don't respect that, you should drop their class if you have the opportunity, and you should try and find another professor that teaches that class that will be more accommodating. That can't always work out because sometimes there's only one professor that teaches a particular class that you need. And in that case, I'm sorry. It's gonna suck, but you kind of have to deal. The other thing, this is non-trans specific, this is just general college life. Learn what classes you need to read and study for. I have 18 credit hours, which means I should be spending, it's 2 hours outside of class to every hour in class is the ratio that a lot of professors like to use. Some classes don't require that. There are some classes that do. You need to know which classes you are going to be spending 6 hours outside of class on. And you need to know which ones you aren't, because otherwise it's just impossible balance. So, also, procrastination makes you grumpy, procrastination makes you angry at people. Procrastination is why I am so stressed out right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, so there's that. And finally, my advice for classes and majors and those sorts of things, this is the overarching advice for majors. Do something you're passionate about. I started out as a biochem major. I shouldn't have done that. Biochemistry was not my forte and was not something that I really enjoyed. So I changed majors in my sophomore year. I'm now a sociology major with an ed minor, and that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what I'm going to be doing with my life. So figure that out. You won't necessarily know that going into school, but eventually you will figure it out and be like, hey, this is what I want to do, and do that thing. So yeah, that's what you need to know about classes and majors and all of that jazz. Now for friends. You are in college, you are living there, this is home. Home sucks if you're the only person who you interact with. Like, if you just sit in your room and like watch Netflix all day, that's fun sometimes. But like, you go a bit stir crazy. I did freshman year. That's what I did freshman year. So making friends is really important. Know that some friendships aren't going to last. Sometimes friendships end up being toxic, and it's okay to drop those. It's okay if somebody doesn't respect you to be like, listen, I can't be friends with you anymore. I can't deal with you. And just be done with them. That's okay. That is something that you are allowed to do. Yeah, so there's that. Best way to make friends, in my opinion, is joining clubs. I'm the events coordinator for the Feminist Discussion Group. I've made some very good acquaintances and some friends because of that. And yeah, generally it's just really great people. Basically find a club or a group that involves something that you're passionate about and just go for it. Clubs also give you free stuff, so that's fun. And for me, they improve my self-esteem. Like, I would never be able to stand in front of a camera and talk like this if it weren't for the position that I hold in FDG. Like, last semester I stood up in front of a group of like 20 or 30 people and talked about sexual orientation and gender identity, and was open about my experiences and talked about things that had happened to me. And before then, I would have never imagined that I could have stood in front of that many people and been like, listen, this was my life. This is what I went through. Like, being in a club and being surrounded by supportive people can build you as a person. So I kind of combined clubs and friends there. Sorry, not actually 4 groups there, but you know, that's all good. And I will end this video because I have to make it quick on this note. Most campuses have mental health facilities. You should take advantage of that. You should never downplay what you're experiencing and think, oh, it's not bad enough. I'm not depressed enough. I'm not anxious enough. I don't, whatever. You should never be, I'm not enough of this thing to seek help. Because whatever you're experiencing, if it's causing you pain, and if it's causing you stress, and if it's causing you harm, it's enough. You can get help, you can make your life better, and you should take those opportunities if you can. So that's my little heavier note, big picture things. What's important about college is that you find what makes you happy and you find what makes you the person you want to be. That's what college is about. Most people would say that it's like a stepping stone to the rest of your life and it's preparing you for your future career. No, college is about you figuring out who you are as a person and learning to be comfortable as the person that you are. College is why I felt comfortable transitioning. College is why I felt comfortable expressing that I am not straight. I wasn't straight when I was identifying as female, and I'm not straight identifying as male. And I'm comfortable saying that, and I'm comfortable expressing that and being myself because of the growth that you can experience in an open environment. So yeah, that's basically my spiel about college. I will see you next week. Hopefully next week I will not be stressed out and doing this super quickly. Yeah, so have a great rest of your week. Hopefully everybody else is less than I am right now. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.